Right now, there's one less candidate in the race for president this morning. Who dropped out and why?
And lawmakers are back at the U.S. Capitol this morning looking to avoid a government shutdown. With the new speaker at the helm, what's the outlook on their success?
Plus, why sugar shouldn't be your only concern when it comes to your kids' leftover Halloween candy.
And we are waking up to some 40s this morning, but it's going to be mild all week long. Temperatures nearing 60. We'll take a look at those temperatures coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast. Kelly, by the looks of it, you'd think that it's October out there.
I know. I love the sky behind us here, too.
It's light out already.
Yeah. So we do have some nice weather on the way this week. Things will change, though, next week. We'll talk more about that coming up. But we are going to be enjoying temperatures in the 50s to near 60 for afternoon highs all week long. Quite a bit of sunshine as well. Really, the only opportunity for maybe a brief shower will come in Thursday night into Friday, and that's with a cold front. That'll knock our temperatures down going into the weekend. 45 right now in Madison, 41 in Fitchburg. Middleton just went down to 38 there in Middleton, 40 in Wanakee, and Deerfield right now at 41 as well. So you'll need the jacket this morning. But quite a bit of sunshine. Temperatures in the mid-50s here early this afternoon. Headed into the mid to upper 50s later today. A lot of sunshine, just a little bit of a wind out of the northwest that may add a chill. But as mentioned, that sun coming up. Beautiful sunrise right now. Temperatures in the 50s this afternoon. So it's going to be a mild day. We'll take a look into next week. We're talking about getting into Thanksgiving. Will we have a storm system affecting us? We'll talk more about it coming out.
Okay, Kelly Slifka with that first warn. Thank you very much. Now to our top story this morning. It's out of Washington. We are a few days away from another potential government shutdown.
Seems like we're going through this every few months these days. So Congress has until Friday to pass a spending plan to avert that shutdown. Shane Hogan is here. He's been looking things over, and he's here to tell us where things currently stand this morning. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Chris. That's right. Time is once again running out for Congress to pass a funding bill to avoid that shutdown. Like you said, Chris, if this sounds familiar, it's because the same process played out just a few months ago. Lawmakers have until midnight Friday before government operations will be forced to halt. Now, newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson is proposing a two-step plan to break up the spending and keep the government open.
Nobody wants a government shutdown.
I'm not exactly sure how he's going to play this, but he's not off to a great start.
Now, the first bill would extend funding until January 19th. That would include money for military, Veterans Affairs, transportation, housing, and the Energy Department. The second part of the bill would extend funding until February 2nd and include money for the rest of the government. However, it does lack those deep spending cuts many of the right-wing members of the House have been pushing for. It's also worth noting neither of those bills include additional aid for Israel or Ukraine. That's something many lawmakers wanted to see. So we'll see if that does get included. But guys, we are keeping an eye on that Friday deadline again before another potential shutdown.
Yeah, Speaker Johnson's first big test here. We'll see how it goes. Shane, thank you.
Now, amid that political instability, credit rating firm Moody's is lowering its outlook for U.S. credit from stable to negative. Moody's cites that political polarization and rising interest rates as the reason for the downgrade. Moody's still gives the U.S. a top AAA credit rating on its debt. It's the last, though, of the three major credit rating agencies to do so. Back in August, Fitch lowered its rating from AAA to AA+. It cited a, quote, steady deterioration in government standards. Now, the Biden administration pushing back on this latest decision by Moody's. A statement from the Deputy Treasury Secretary reads in part, quote, the American economy remains strong and the Treasury securities are the world's preeminent safe and liquid asset.
An update now on the race for president in campaign 2024. The number of Republicans running is now down to 5. U.S. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina says he's suspending his campaign. The news coming in last night. Two people close to the campaign told CNN many of Scott's aides and donors were taken by surprise. The announcement coming on live TV last night during an interview. Scott had just participated in the latest GOP primary debate last Wednesday. Republican officials supportive of Scott's campaign told CNN that Scott had an optimistic and hopeful message, and that is not where the base of the party is right now. Scott says he has no intention of accepting a vice presidential nomination if offered.
To Wisconsin politics now. The former Chief Justice of the state Supreme Court has 30 days to provide records related to her work on Robin Voss's secret impeachment panel. Pat Roggensack was one of 3 former justices that Voss had asked for advice on whether to pursue the impeachment of current Justice Janet Protasewicz. It's part of a lawsuit by liberal watchdog group American Oversight. That group alleges the justices violated both the state open meetings and open records laws. Roggensack is the only former justice on the panel who hasn't provided any records or even talked about it. The other two justices came out and said they advised Voss against impeachment.
In Lafayette County this morning, almost 200 Saputo employees are being laid off from the company's goat cheese facility. The Belmont facility is shutting down. The layoffs began over the weekend. Saputo announced last year it was moving its goat cheese production to its Reedsburg facility. The company is also closing its facility in Lancaster, but employees there will be able to move to other facilities. Saputo says the moves are part of an effort to restructure its operations in the U.S.
UW-Madison is fundraising for a new College of Engineering this morning. UW's leaders have been pushing for a new facility to replace the aging engineering hall. They say a larger building is necessary to address the state's workforce needs. The UW is teaming up with several of Wisconsin's biggest employers for this fundraising campaign for the new building. Universities of Wisconsin President Jay Rothman says the project is a no-brainer.
We want to continue to evolve our DE&I efforts around student success. You know, recruiting, retaining, and graduating students, but looking at diversity much more broadly.
Democrats had pushed for state contributions of $197 million for the project. Then UW would have paired that with $150 million of fundraising. However, GOP lawmakers excluded the request from their budget.
Thanksgiving is 10 days away now. AAA says more than 1 million Wisconsinites are expected to travel over the holiday weekend. That would be the third highest on record. AAA predicts an 8.3% increase in air travel for Wisconsinites this year. A potential government shutdown, though, could affect those air travelers, with the White House warning that passengers might face longer wait times and delays. Most Wisconsinites are going to be hitting the road for their destination, though. AAA says Thanksgiving road trips will be less costly this year because of lower prices at the pump.
You can now go see the holiday lights at Olin Park. The lights are on and open to the public. They're bringing in the Christmas mood, that's for sure. It's 35th year Olin Park is carrying out the tradition. You'll remember Josh was there live Friday, giving us a little sneak peek ahead of the opening at the Winter Wonderland. Now you can get a look too, free of charge. The display is going to be up for the next 7 weeks.
Well, if your home is anything like mine, you've got some leftover Halloween candy hanging around. This morning, Consumer Reports has something to consider.
Last year, Consumer Reports scientific food testing made headlines. Most of the samples of 28 dark chocolate bars it tested contained concerning levels of cadmium or lead, both toxic heavy metals. Now CR is at it again, expanding its test to 48 additional products in 7 categories: dark chocolate bars, milk chocolate bars, chocolate chips, cocoa powder, hot chocolate mixes, and brownie and cake mixes.
As we expected, dark chocolates tended to have higher levels of heavy metals than milk chocolate, but everything that we tested had detectable amounts of lead and cadmium.
There are no federal limits for the amount of lead and cadmium most foods can contain, but one state does set its own limits on certain foods.
Consumer Reports scientists used the California standard when measuring heavy metal content in chocolate, and we made our own assessments for consumers.
Of the 7 dark chocolate bars tested, 5 were above CR's levels for lead, cadmium, or both. Evolved Signature Dark 72% cacao chocolate bar was high in both heavy metals. Evolved Chocolate told CR that it regularly tests raw materials and finished goods to ensure compliance and ultimately consumer safety. None of the milk chocolate bars tested were over CR's limit for either heavy metal. 2 chocolate chips, 2 cocoa powders, 1 brownie mix, and 2 cake mixes came back with lead levels over CR's limit. As for hot chocolate mixes, 4 of the 6 products tested exceeded CR's lead limit.
Now, this doesn't mean you have to quit chocolate cold turkey, but as in many other things in life, moderation is the key.
This is Shane Hogan.
So Consumer Reports did ask the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, whether it has any plans to limit lead and cadmium in chocolate. The agency did not respond.
Like we had enough problems with their Halloween candy, the growing waistline. Now we've got to worry about heavy metals.
Boy, yeah, a lot of Halloween candy left at my house.
It's always something.
Yeah. All right, let's check in with Kelly Schluck. He's on the patio. How's it feeling out there, Kelly?
Well, not out there yet, but it will be shortly. We are looking ahead into Thanksgiving. We're talking about a storm that will be bringing us a chance of some rain. We'll talk more about that, and also a very mild week headed our way this week. We have the first one forecast coming up.
Just popped up out of nowhere.
The camera is in between me and Kelly, so I can't see him down out of the corner of my eye. That's why I thought.
Hey, still coming up, the Packers suffering a tough loss. Andrew Banstra is going to break down the details. It's coming up in sports.
And raise your hand if you are ready for the community book drive. I am at the Madison Reading Project this morning, and just ahead in the 608, we're going to show you how you can give back in a big way this season.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference this holiday season, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608 this morning, we're talking about the community book drive that is officially underway at the Madison Reading Project.
Sure is. Josh Breider is live at their book center this morning with that story. What do you got in your hands this half hour, Josh?
Hey, I love my teacher. That's what I've got in my hands this morning. We're going around trying to find some good books here, and of course they're all good when it comes to giving back to our local kids here at the Madison Reading Project. Rowan's got Little Dumplings, which is also a cute little book as well. And I mean, these are so special. You think about even at our age, Rowan, the meaning behind these books, but for these kids, I mean, it's even bigger. It's so powerful, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing like finding a book that speaks to you, whether you're a child or an adult, or all of us as adults have a memory of getting one of those exciting books or being read to, and that's exactly what we're hoping to provide to kids this holiday season and of course all year round.
So Community Book Drive started last week. Still have a few weeks to be able to make this happen. It goes until the end of the first week in December.
Yes.
But I mean, this is such a great way. I mean, you have a big mission here. You're asking a lot, but I think we're going to get there.
Yeah, we're very hopeful that everyone will help pitch in and help us provide over 15,000 new books to kids. There's lots of different ways to do it, whether it's going out and buying a book or doing it online through our website, making a financial donation. If you have any other ideas or you want to there's still time to sign up and do your own book drive. There's so many different ways to help us do this.
Yeah, there are ways that you can even have your own book drive at your office place, your workplace, whatever that does to make it happen. So how exactly does this book drive work? Because, you know, we talk about, okay, 15,000 new books. How does that get out into the community?
Yeah, so over half of them will go to Empty Stocking Club, which means it's a huge toy giveaway and a book giveaway too. So that's the second week of December, and anyone can sign up. So if you're a parent, grandparent, social worker, anybody is able to sign up, any child, and you can go there and get a new toy and a new book of your choosing for each child that you have under your care. And that's just one of the ways that we partner in the community. There's all kinds of other requests that we get from after-school clubs, social workers, schools, kind of you name it. So if you're looking for that, reach out to us and find out if one of your organizations is already part of those requests or if you want to put a request in too.
I mean, the biggest push here is like, these are free. These are free for these kids, and I mean, that is huge, right? Because a lot of times they might not be able to have that access.
Absolutely. I mean, we know that books cost money, especially nice, new, crisp books. And that's a burden whether you're a parent or an educator. You know, so many people are trying to do right by kids, and so we're here to help them.
I love that. Well, Rowan, thank you so much for continuing your mission here at the Madison Reading Project.
Thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about how you can help with a community book drive, you can go to this story up on channel3000.com. I've got links with all of the information right there, and we'll be keeping you updated here in the coming weeks on this drive as we have in years past. I know I love my teacher because I love our educators out there as well, and I know they do so many amazing things with all of our educators around here too. So a lot of good things happening here at the Madison Reading Project, guys.
All right, Josh Breider, thanks for letting us know how we can help.
Hey, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out on social media or shoot him an email.
Kelly Slifka's out on the patio. How's it feeling out there, Kelly?
Well, it is feeling cool now this morning. It's not terrible, but I tell you what, we're going to be really enjoying some mild afternoons headed our way throughout this week. In fact, looks like it will actually continue into the early part of next week. This is our 6 to 10 day outlook, so this is going through the weekend, even into early next week. Above average temperatures, but then things do change. I know a lot of folks are thinking of the Thanksgiving travel, that week right before Thanksgiving. We do have a storm system that's going to bring some wet weather. Still, this is a way too early forecast, but we're going to try to time it out for you. Now, this weekend is looking dry. So Saturday and Sunday look A-OK. Not as warm as what we're going to see this week, but still pretty nice with temperatures near 50 for both Saturday and Sunday. Quite a bit of sunshine. Now, as we go into Sunday night into Monday morning, our computer models are indicating that a week from now, we will start to see some wet weather, and you notice it might be cold enough in northern parts of the state, say from Eau Claire, north of Wausau, Rhinelander, could be talking about a little bit of snow mixing in with that as well. So we do have some wet weather coming our way next week, but in the meantime, it's going to be fairly quiet. But this storm system might be with us right into a Wednesday, so that's something to consider as you're looking out into Thanksgiving that week. Right now, we have clear skies, beautiful sun coming up this morning. Not officially up yet. It comes up at 6:47. 56 expected today. That's running 10 degrees above our average for this time of the year. As we will see a lot of sunshine today, a noticeable northwest wind, but we're looking at mid to upper 50s later today, so it's going to be a relatively mild day. Now, if you are headed out this evening, temperatures will back off pretty quickly down into the mid 30s, so you will need that heavier jacket headed out the door tonight. Sunshine today and also tomorrow will remain mild right through Thursday. In fact, Wednesday and Thursday could be our peak warm days, getting close to 60. Maybe a shot of a shower Thursday night and a Friday morning, but otherwise it's going to be dry right into the upcoming weekend. 43 right now in Madison, Janesville at 39, 37 in Mineral Point, 42 in the Dells. Dane County, we've got 32 in Sauk City and Cross Plains, while it's milder in Madison at the airport, one of the warmer spots at 43. First warm forecast does keep it mild this week. Temperatures well in the 50s, getting close to 60. There's just that slim possibility of a shower Thursday night into early Friday. Temperatures near 50, but then you can see some of that wet weather that we kind of highlighted earlier coming in early next week, and some of that may mix with a little bit of snow by later in the day on Tuesday.
The Packers and the Steelers have a whole lot of history. Who could forget the Super Bowl win back in 2011? But Green Bay hadn't won at Pittsburgh since 1970. And Jordan Love and the Packers were in the Steel City yesterday trying to change that. Midway through the first quarter, Packers with a chance to tie the game at 7s. Love looks, fires into the corner of the end zone, and guess who? 8-7. It's Romeo Doubs who hauls it in. The Packers came to play on offense yesterday. And then later, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, 3rd and 16, Love with plenty of time fires a rocket downfield where only Jaden Reed could get it. Touchdown. How special has that rookie been? But Green Bay, they would miss the extra point, which proved costly because with 3 seconds left in the game, instead of tying it with a field goal, the Pack's only chance was a shot at the end zone. Love looking deep, heaves it, and he's picked off by DeMonte KZ. That would about seal the deal. The Packers drop a heartbreaker in Pittsburgh. 23-19 is your final score. 4 of the Packers' 6 losses this season have come by 4 or less points. That's a trend that this team is done with.
Thought there was a lot of things that we did well in all 3 phases, and then there's some things that were just really killer. A couple plays here and there. We challenged our team to go out there and compete for 4 quarters, and I felt from the opening kickoff to the final whistle, we did that, and I'm confident if we continue with this that we will end up on the other side of this.
And in other news from the Packers game, T.J. Watt picked up his 88th career sack yesterday, passing his brother J.J. for the 2nd most in NFL history through a player's first 100 games. The former Badger now only trails Reggie White on the list. In a post on X, J.J. said, "We grew up in Wisconsin idolizing Reggie White. If you told us that a stat like this would exist one day, we wouldn't believe you." That's your morning sports fix. Have a magnificent Monday.
Thanks, Andrew. You too. Still ahead, some exciting news to share as a team.
And in our next half hour, your commute to in and out of the Isthmus is going to be a little bit hairier. We'll tell you why.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals. Buy a Hormel Cure 81 whole boneless ham, get a free turkey. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 49 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
Then she was personally fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere.
Good.
Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
When you pull up to someone's house, the first thing you see nowadays is their garage door.
Let Precision's experienced designers come to your home and help you select the perfect door for your house.
Precision is there to help.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present The Greatest Piano Man, celebrating the world's greatest pianists and showmen, including Elton John, Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, Liberace, and more. One night only, Saturday, November 18th. Tickets available online now.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are avocados, 2 for just $1. Hy-Vee waffles, just 99 cents. And Tombstone, Jack's Rising Crust, Jack's Max, or Jack's Cheesy Pizza Dippers, just $3.98. Only at Hy-Vee.
And a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, both for just $6.99. It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland. Up to 60% off list. A Sealy mattress and a power base.
I hear those help reduce snoring.
Only at Slumberland.
Welcome back. Let's take a peek at Gwen's morning. She's got some blue skies. Hoping we see some of this week.
She messaged us and said that there is a hawk somewhere in the trees.
Oh, it's like Where's Waldo for nature. I like it, Gwen.
That's a nice picture.
It's like in the movies where you go, enhance, enhance. Like zoom in, enhance there. That's not how it works, but
no, it's not.
We'll have to try that. Thanks, Gwen. Love the picture. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning, and your picture could wind up on the air.
6:25. Shane is here with the trending story of the morning. Some good news for our team.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited to announce that News 3 Now this morning has officially won an Emmy for Best Morning Newscast.
Yay.
It was announced Saturday at the Chicago Midwest Emmy Awards. Now, the winning show was from Election Day last year. The big midterm elections, the governor's race here in Wisconsin, U.S. Senate for here in Wisconsin. So it was a big day. Just want to give a couple other shout outs to Sue Gallmeyer, who was directing that day, photojournalist Mark Schilling, of course, Josh Sprider was involved, Devin Shelby, former producers, Chris Reese, our wonderful ops people here, and of course you guys.
Yeah.
And you, don't forget, you played a big role in producing up that show, so we appreciate it. It was a team effort by everybody.
Absolutely, and you know, proud to be recognized, but also, you know, that was an important day, and you know, letting the people know what was going on in the world.
Right. I love awards like this because of how many people's names are on the award.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's truly
absolutely.
A team effort, something that we're all very proud of.
Quick shout out to Chris. He was also nominated for his singular story, reporting on school shootings and how to prepare for them.
Well, thank you.
Congrats.
Stick around, your first warn forecast right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
How can you make a difference in the world when there is so much need?
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Think about someone in your life who helped you get where you are today. A mentor assures young people that someone cares and makes them feel like they matter. Learn about mentorship opportunities in the 608 at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
DePaco Credit Union works to ensure members are well on their way to living a life worth loving. We're committed to enhancing well-being and strengthening the cooperative through programs like Thank Yous. This year, DePaco members share more than $3.3 million in thank yous by saving, borrowing, and planning for the future. When we consistently work together to boost financial well-being, we power the credit union, creating brighter community for all. Not a member? Join the movement where member ownership pays. Visit a DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Habitat homes are not free. They're built and bought by hardworking families just like yours. Families with jobs, dreams, and a strong determination to create a better future. With stable homes, they can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get literally any Samsung Galaxy for free.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
And it's just in time for gift giving season, too.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
I'm gifting mine to my son.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss. New and current customers can get any Samsung Galaxy free. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Right now, construction starts on one of the most popular routes into downtown Madison. Where and what to avoid.
Plus, the war in Israel continues with a sliver of hope that the Hamas hostages may soon be released.
And it is a bit chilly this morning, but we do have some very mild afternoons on the way this week. We'll have a look coming up.
Hey, good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
We hope you had a great weekend. I'm Leah Lynchide. A beautiful morning to start off your work week, and it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, once the sun comes up fully, we will be warming up very quickly. So it's going to be just a beautiful afternoon. Really going to be the story throughout much of the week. We're kind of getting that week-long warm, relatively warm weather that we typically get in October, but we're getting it in November. So we're doing pretty good in that department for the middle of October. 43 right now in Madison, Fitchburg at 38, Middleton currently 38 as well. Looking at the temperatures into the 50s, maybe getting close to 60 by the middle part of the week. And other than a small chance of a shower come our way Friday morning, it looks like generally dry right into the upcoming weekend. Temperatures rising through the 40s, should be in the mid-50s here early this afternoon, looking at highs in the mid to upper 50s. There will be a noticeable breeze that picks up. A lot of sunshine, really can't do much better for this time of November. So it's going to be a beautiful afternoon with sunshine and temperatures in the mid-50s today. Now, it looks like it'll be mild into the weekend. We do have a more significant storm system that may be impacting us early next week. We'll have more on that coming up.
All right, talk to you then, Kelly. Thank you. Let's get to that first warn traffic update now. Starting today, your commute in and out of the Isthmus may take you a little longer.
Our Shane Hogan is here to break down the change to one of Madison's busiest roads. Might be a bit of a mess here, Shane.
Yeah, good morning, Leah. That's right. Starting today, John Nolan Drive will be down to one lane each direction under the Monona Terrace. City officials are warning drivers to plan ahead. Now, the reason for the closures is so workers can replace plumbing on the underside of the Monona Terrace. So if you do have to take John Nolan, officials say to be cautious for those workers who are working in the tunnel. Now, you might be wondering why now ahead of the holidays that are coming up. Well, the city says it's part of a planned out schedule.
Did schedule this John Nolan lane closure project to be after Broome and Wilson reopened. Suggest people to avoid the area if possible, use different routes to get around it.
Now, Moore says this closure is expected to last until mid-December. Now, this isn't the only renovation ahead for John Nolan. In 2025, a complete reconstruction is on the way. Some of the highlights there will be increased safety, improved mobility, and improved access to the lakefront. That's also getting a major upgrade in the future. As far as this closure here happening right now for about the next month or so, maybe take Regent Street as a possible option to avoid that stretch of John Nolan there, guys.
All right, Shane Hogan, thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it. 6:32 now. Police in Watertown are investigating a crash that killed 2 people over the weekend. According to the statement from police, 2 cars were involved in a head-on crash right here at the State Highway 26 bypass. Both drivers died at the scene. Investigators say 2 passengers were also rushed to a local hospital with injuries, but we do not know how badly they were hurt.
Happening today, a man who is linked to a murder more than 2 years old now is set to receive his sentence. Jeremiah Kane, now a 20-year-old, was accused in the shooting death of Nicholas Cook back on Labor Day weekend of 2021. He was arrested 7 months later in Chicago. Today, Kane is expected to be in court for his sentencing hearing. He took a plea deal in the case, pleading guilty to reckless homicide instead of intentional. The charge carries up to 40 years behind bars, along with 20 years of extended supervision.
New this morning, top defense officials from the U.S., Japan, and South Korea have all agreed on a plan for real-time data sharing on North Korean missile launches. This starts next month. This agreement came during annual security talks in Seoul, which Pentagon Chief Lloyd Austin attended. The talks have largely focused on ways the 3 countries can counter threats from North Korea, including a strategy in which the U.S. will use its military and nuclear assets.
To the war in Israel now, where the Gaza Health Ministry says the number of those killed continues to climb in the Gaza Strip, now over 11,000. There are, though, new negotiations underway this morning to free the Hamas hostages, including several Americans. One of them is just 3 years old. Officials say one of the issues right now, though, is that Hamas refuses to provide a list of hostages that could be freed.
The negotiations are delicate, they're high stakes. What is at stake is the recovery of a significant number of innocent people, including innocent Americans currently being held hostage by Hamas.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is also optimistic about the hostage situation. Here's what he said in an interview with NBC News.
I think the less I say about it, the more I'll increase the chances that it materializes. And it's a result of pressure, military pressure, the extraordinary work that the IDF is doing, putting pressure on the Hamas leadership.
The international community continues to put pressure on Israel to pause fighting after reports of deaths inside hospitals that are running out of fuel. One hospital in Gaza says 3 babies died after being removed from intubators because of a lack of power.
To some state news now. State health officials are trying to crack down on fraud to make sure that families get the care they need. According to a recent news release from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, they're rolling out some new accountability measures for a specific Medicaid service. That service is called Child Care Coordination, which tries to address disparities in infant mortality in southeastern Wisconsin. It comes after the department found multiple cases of suspected fraud from different providers using the service.
A live look now at the New York City skyline, where the defense is set to take the stand in the civil trial against Donald Trump and his business organization. The case is entering its 7th week now, almost 2 months in. Key witnesses have included 2 Trump sons, as well as Ivanka Trump. The former president himself was also forced to testify under oath last week. Now the case will shift to the defense. They have to argue why Trump and his organization shouldn't be fined the $250 million the judge is proposing. The defense may start by bringing Donald Trump Jr. back to the stand to testify to the legitimacy of the family business.
6:36 now. Well, the Packers and fans, they are trying to get over that stressful loss to the Steelers yesterday. A win would have built some momentum after last week's win against the Rams. We just couldn't get it done, though. Here we go, on the road in Pittsburgh. Starting off here in the 4th. Packers down 19-23, looking to get the lead back. Tipped pass. Oh, right into the hands of the Steeler defender. Great play there. Keanu Neal coming up with the interception for Pittsburgh. Packers will get the ball back, though, with a chance to win it with 3 seconds left. Love's going to heave it in. Intercepted. Are you kidding me? That would seal it. A little skirmish here on the sidelines to end things, too. Packers end up losing 23-19. Tough one to watch. Stressful, to say the least. Here's head coach Matt LaFleur after the game, though, a bit optimistic.
There's a lot of things that we did well in all 3 phases, and then there's some things that were just really killer. A couple plays here and there. We challenged our team to go out there and compete for 4 quarters, and I felt from the opening kickoff to the final whistle, we did that, and I'm confident if we continue with this that we will end up on the other side of this.
LaFleur, optimistic there, but he also did seem a bit frustrated with running back Aaron Jones after the game. On that last drive, Jones caught a screen pass and stayed inbounds instead of getting out and stopping the clock, saving crucial seconds that would have given the Packers some additional shots at the end zone. Anyway, Packers dropped to 3-6 on the season, Leah. They're in 3rd place in the division. They're going to face the Chargers next week at home at Lambeau.
Boy, a tough weekend for Wisconsin sports after the Badgers lose Saturday.
I don't know what's going on with the Badgers. The thing with Jordan Love right now is when he steps back and you know he's going to heave it down the field, I think a lot of fans are feeling like me, like, oh my gosh, like you're holding your breath. You're hoping nothing bad happens, where, you know, we've had so many years at Aaron Rodgers where he's going to heave one down the field. Odds are it's going to end up to be a big play. We're just not seeing that from Jordan Love right now.
Well, after 2 interceptions on Sunday, yeah, you can't blame fans.
All right, going to be crucial for the rest of the season to see what Love can do after these losses.
6:38 now. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka and your first warn weather. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, we do have some very mild temperatures headed our way this week. It looks like temperatures running 10 to 15 degrees above average. We'll take a look at that Thanksgiving holiday forecast coming up in about 15 minutes.
And we're live at the Madison Reading Project this morning with details on their community book drive. Just ahead in the 6:08, we're going to share how you can help give kids that new book feeling when we come back.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it.
It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this Thanksgiving and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Thursday at 10. After 5 decades as the University of Wisconsin system, the state's 13 public universities are getting a new name. Why now, when the university is facing so many other challenges? I'm getting answers from the man in charge.
If you look at everything we're doing, it's being driven by our strategic plan.
We'll follow the pricey process and why he says the rebranded Universities of Wisconsin is a pivotal move. The path to UW's new image, Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the patio this morning. It's chilly. You'll need the jacket, but probably keep the really heavy winter jacket at home today and probably all week long because we've got very unusually mild weather that's going to be setting up over the next 5 days or so. Right now, we are looking at those temperatures this morning, chilly, but we'll be in the upper 50s today and also tomorrow getting close to 60. It looks like by Wednesday and Thursday, you can see that's running 10 to 15 degrees above our average, which now is in the mid 40s. Now, the weekend we will cool down a little bit, but still running above average. But you do see these temperatures really tail off just in time for the Thanksgiving holiday. Right now, Thanksgiving does look dry. Let's keep our fingers crossed that that holds true. But leading up to it, we do have a chance of rain. We'll kind of detail that coming up. But the warm weather's here for this week because the jet stream's lifting way up to the north. That's allowing that warm air to surge northward all the way to the Canadian border. All that cold air is locked north of the Canadian border. We'll get a little bit of a taste of that by Friday as that cold front swings through, but it looks like the bulk of the coldest of air is going to stay to our north and east, and then we'll look at some mild temperatures this week. Beautiful sunrise coming up now as temperatures are expected to get up to 56. That's 10 degrees above our average for this time of the year, and overnight lows down into the lower 30s. So a beautiful afternoon, just a little bit of wind out of the west-northwest, around 10 miles per hour, but we'll already be in the low 50s here at the noon hour, looking at mid, maybe some upper 50s as we go through the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine to go around. Now, this evening, temperatures will back off pretty quickly. If you are going to be outdoors for any duration, you will need that heavier jacket and also some gloves and a hat. Otherwise, mild right through Thursday, temperatures near 60. Wednesday and Thursday, really little chance of rain going into the weekend. Just a slim chance coming our way Thursday night with that cold front. 43 in Madison right now, 39 in Janesville, 40 in Monroe across Dane County. We've got some colder temperatures, especially in those valleys. Cross Plains at 32, 32 in Sauk City, while it's 37 right now in Wanakee. Stoughton currently at 35. So this is looking into the weekend. So the weekend's going to be a little bit cooler but dry. We should see quite a bit of sunshine for both Saturday and Sunday. And I know this is a forecast, way too early forecast going into Thanksgiving, but just kind of give you an idea. It looks like by Monday morning, if you're going to be traveling about, may encounter some wet weather. Now, if you're traveling north, say to Eau Claire, Wausau area up toward Rhinelander, northern Wisconsin, you may actually encounter a little bit of snow. Looks like we'll get two parts to this system, so we'll have some rain come our way Monday and then another shot going into later in the day, Tuesday into Wednesday. If you are traveling in northern Wisconsin, might see a little bit of snow as well with that. Long ways off yet. Got plenty of time to fine-tune that forecast going into the holiday, but in the meantime, it's going to be a beautiful week with temperatures in the 50s to near 60s. Just a slim chance of a shower Thursday night into Friday.
All right, Kelly Slifka, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. 6:45 in the 608 this morning. The community book drive is officially up and running in the 608.
So Josh Sprider is live at their book center this morning, telling us about how we can help this year. Good morning, Josh. What do you have?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're ready for the community book drive once again this year, hanging out with Rowan Childs of the Madison Reading Project. And we've got a couple of really good books here. First up, we're helping local kids power up this holiday season with these free books ahead of winter break. And of course, we're also talking about the Feelings book because, Rowan, you could say there's a lot of feelings when it comes to getting these books in the kids' hands.
Absolutely. We're all about giving kids that new book feeling. And we love being able to do that. And that's a feeling as well, as being able to help someone out in the community, whether you can give one book or 100 books. That's exactly what we want to do.
I mean, you guys are doing amazing things. This week, you'll be giving out your 100,000 book of the year, which is way ahead of schedule from where you were last year.
Yeah, so many feelings. Our team is super excited to be able to do that. And the need that is out there is significant throughout the entire year and definitely going into the holidays. Books and gifts are expensive, and we want to be able to provide those at no cost to the community.
So this is kind of your final push of 2023 ahead of the winter break. How can people help you out in your mission in getting these free books to kids?
Yeah, so we have all kinds of book lists that we have on our website. Those are easy to purchase through the website, or if you want to go to a local bookstore, we've partnered with many different businesses, so you're able to do that. Or if you want to make a financial donation, that all helps us right now in November be able to give those books out in December.
You know, when you think about just even the littlest thing, like if you can give $5, you guys can make that $5 go a long way with what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be purchasing in bulk thousands of new books and collecting all of the new books that are coming in from individuals in the community. And we get to give them out in December and make sure those go into the hands of kids.
So 4th annual, you think about the community, different organizations, businesses that come together to help you out. That has to be pretty heartwarming to see that people really do want to make a difference here in the 608.
Yeah, it is something that we see during the year and during the holidays, whether those are business groups, individuals, churches, a small book club. Everybody, I feel like, is able to help out and wants to, and that's really, it gives us those warm feelings because we get to see all these different people, hundreds of different people that want to participate and make it happen.
Helping the community.
Yeah.
Power up, right? Rowan, thank you so much as always. We appreciate your time here on the morning show and, of course, your help here in the community.
Thank you so much.
If you'd like to learn more about the Madison Reading Project and the Community Book Drive, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. And over the next couple of weeks, guys, we'll be providing updates through stories here in the 608 about how it's going and how you can help really with this final push of 2023.
Okay, Josh, I already told you my favorite book was The Rainbow Fish. We're pretty sure Chris's is Captain Underpants. Am I right? That's his favorite. Do you have a good suggestion for baby Zeke? I need a new book for Zeke.
Oh, for baby Zeke, I was like going around, there are so many different ones in here. One of the ones I know because you are from Southwest Wisco here, Leah. We got Lil Nas X, C is for Country, and there's a lot of like country stuff. with it. I know we're like out of time here, but as I flip through, there's just a lot of things from like being out in the country. There's horses, there's cows, all of your favorite stuff there, Leah. So maybe this is the one.
I'll take any book written by a country music singer. We love it. Josh Breiter, thank you very much.
Don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Just reach out on social media for a chance to be featured.
Just about 6:49. Coming up in the morning sprint, we'll show you why you should avoid one of the most popular routes to get to downtown Madison.
We want to wish a happy birthday to Madeline, who turns 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. Have a great one. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
For a limited time, take and bake any large 2-topping pan pizza for just $11.99. At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
In my oven.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
This November, I'm unlocking special values every single Friday, on top of my everyday low prices and special financing. When every Friday feels like Black Friday, there's only one thing to say. Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County. Donate or volunteer.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Wisconsin drivers in Madison, listen up. Traffic's going to be backing up around John Nolan Drive over the next month and a half. The road is going down to 1 lane underneath the Monona Terrace due to work replacing the plumbing of that building. Backups are expected, so you should try and find an alternate route for your downtown commute.
Watertown police are investigating a crash that left 2 people dead over the weekend. The crash happened right here on the Highway 26 bypass. One car was traveling in the wrong direction, and that led to a head-on collision that killed both drivers. 2 passengers were also rushed to the hospital. Their condition is currently unknown.
A former state Supreme Court justice will have to turn over records related to her work advising Robin Vos. A Dane County judge made the order. It's over the 3-judge panel the House Speaker hired to consider whether to impeach new Supreme Court Justice Janet Protasewicz. Former Chief Justice Pat Roggensack was on the panel. She has 30 days to produce any records she has involving the case.
A man who pled guilty to a homicide charge in August will receive his sentence today. Jeremiah Kane was originally charged with first-degree intentional homicide, which is a felony that can carry a life sentence. He pleaded guilty, though. He took a deal to a lesser charge of first-degree reckless homicide. Now he'll face a maximum of 40 years in prison and 20 years of extended supervision.
The World Health Organization is calling for an end to the violence around hospitals in Gaza. This is one hospital says 3 babies have died after being taken off incubators because of a lack of power, and thousands flee that same hospital due to constant heavy fighting outside the building. This is the IDF claims to have tried to help the hospital, but were turned away.
Credit rating firm Moody's is lowering its outlook for U.S. credit to negative from stable. The firm cites political polarization in Congress and rising interest rates as reasons. Still, Moody's gives the U.S. a top AAA credit rating on its debt. It's the last of the 3 major credit rating agencies to do so.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams says he's turned over his electronic devices to the FBI to cooperate with an investigation. The FBI is looking into the mayor's campaign fundraising. This is over whether Adams' campaign conspired with a construction company to funnel money from Turkish nationals to the campaign. Adams himself has not been accused of any wrongdoing yet.
Republican South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is no longer running for president. He announced last night that he is suspending his campaign. So that leaves 5 GOP candidates left running for president. One Republican official supportive of Scott's campaign told CNN that Scott had an optimistic and hopeful message, and that's just not where the base of the party is right now.
A person is in custody this morning after allegedly driving onto the tarmac at the La Crosse airport. Around 3 in the afternoon Saturday, police received a call of somebody driving through a locked gate and then boarding a private plane. Staff were still on board. Police were able to block the aircraft from being able to leave the tarmac. Officers arrested the person and nobody was injured.
Today, Donald Trump's lawyers will launch the defense against allegations that he, his adult sons, and his business defrauded lenders and insurers. Donald Trump Jr. is set to take the witness stand first today. Trump's lawyers have said that they'll likely call Eric Trump and the former president himself back to the stand. All 3 testified when prosecutors made their case over the past few weeks.
5 minutes away from 7 o'clock, waking up to temperatures in the 30s and low 40s this morning. So chilly, but seasonably so. We're looking at some very mild temperatures to head our way going into the afternoon. That'll continue. A lot of sunshine expected today as temperatures climb the low 50s here. Already by the noon hour, headed into the mid, maybe even the upper 50s. A little bit of a noticeable northwest wind up to around 10 miles per hour, but otherwise just going to be a beautiful day. Already getting off to a nice start with that sun coming up. Temperatures rising through the 50s here already at the noon hour. Should be topping out in the mid to upper 50s. A lot of sunshine today, and we continue with this mild stretch throughout most of the week. Maybe touching 60 Wednesday and Thursday. Just a slight chance of a shower Friday.
Kelly, thanks so much. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. We're back with another news and weather update on your Monday in about half an hour.